Welcome back to HSN Today. I'm Michelle Yarn, hanging with the one and only Leah Little. And you know why this is a showstopper? The lowest price we have ever offered. And we were looking around. If you shop around, the lowest price you're going to find on a 7-inch display Magellan GPS. And there's so many features. There's lifetime maps. There's traffic alerts. It's a full, huge screen, 7 million points of interest. We're going to get to all of that. But I think the coolest thing about this is it is a better, safer, more reliable way to get around than trying to use that cell phone GPS, because we've all done it, and you're dropping the phone, your battery dies, someone calls you and interrupts it. This is the kind of thing that does one thing and does it well. A dedicated GPS, and it's Magellan to boot. It's a name we all know.
Exactly. It's the first name in GPS. Magellan actually started it all when it comes to GPS, and it is massive, to Michelle's point.
But slim.
Exactly, but slim at the same time. The screen is big, but the body size is very slim. And if you've test driven any of the new cars lately, they have this cool like tablet that comes right up from the dashboard that looks almost just like this to give you navigation. Now, if you get that built-in navigation in one of those fancy cars, you wouldn't be spending hundreds of dollars. You'd be spending thousands of dollars. So now you've got the big size. Just to give you an idea, here it is compared to a cell phone screen size, about a 3.5 inch, right? Here's the average size GPS now, kind of standard these days, 5 inch.
Wow.
So if you want to have that big size that's really simple and easy to read, this is going to be a great way to go. So again, huge size, and now you can actually see, not only is she going to talk to you and tell you those turn-by-turn directions, but you can see them. So if you're a visual person, this is going to be great for just having it at a glance. So let's walk you through all the features, and then we'll break them down step by step and show you everything that you're getting. You have portrait and landscape mode, so you can have it sideways or up and down. It has best parking, which is really cool. A lot of people freak out about that, especially around the holidays. You know, you go to the mall.
Yeah, you drive around for an hour before you've even gotten anywhere.
Exactly. And even you do the hours for where the mall parking, you know, to make sure your car doesn't get locked in the parking lot when you're trying to leave. You have speed limit warnings. We're going to talk about how important that is. And it's all the great name of Magellan. So portrait, landscape, for that wider view, peripheral view. You have that extended view. If you want to have free lifetime maps, that's a big headliner here too. Not only is this 7-inch at less than $100, but free lifetime maps are a big deal because you never have to worry about those out-of-date maps. Traffic camera alerts, another big, big deal, especially if you've ever had a speeding ticket.
Or 3 in one day, like someone we know.
Just happened to be blowing through those red lights that day. You know, what was I thinking? Yeah, it happens to the tune of $162 a ticket. Free lifetime traffic alerts, which you're going to love too. And what's really nice is that it's so easy to use. So here's what you're going to get, everything that you need to get going.
It's amazing, and it's an amazing price. Again, I'm telling you, this is the lowest price we have done. It's under $100, free shipping and handling. Look at the flex payments on that, $19.99 for a reliable way to get around. And it's not always about where you're driving now at this point, because like you said, things change, there's construction, there's bad traffic, maybe there's a quicker way to get where you're going. If you travel, or if you're gifting someone who maybe drives, like my husband is a salesperson, he's always driving, he needs a way to know where he's going and how to get there quickly and efficiently. Maybe it's a young driver who's already distracted enough. Like, we don't need any more distractions in our lives. Let's give them a way. It's front and center, it's a huge clear screen to get where they need to go, as I said, in a quick and more efficient way to do it. And it's so simple to use. You plug it in and go. The updates happen on their own. There's no worries about, you know, I've had this happen. You get directions to go somewhere and you're like, this is not what I thought it was. There's roadblocks and construction.
And then you try to use your cell phone to figure it out. And then, you know, who's driving the car when you're distracted by, you know, having your cell phone in your hand. Now you've got dedicated technology, and it has lifetime maps. So to your point, 1 in 5 of our roads change every single year, 20%. So now when you have the lifetime maps, you don't have to go to the website and update the map and spend around $80 by going there. You get them free, and all you do is make the update. So really simple and easy to use technology, and that's a big, big deal. Because when you're talking about $80 per map, and they're updated quarterly, I mean, start doing the math there. I'm no math whiz, but you know, that's over $300 a year.
That map update is almost as much as our entire GPS with the lifetime of maps. And the points of interest is something I think is really great that you got to show us, because you can set that up to no matter where you are or what city you're in. If you know you want to find a Starbucks, you can hit Starbucks.
Exactly. So simple and easy. You decide where you want to go. So we're going to go to the main menu, and from there, you could decide to use points of interest. And there's millions and millions of points of interest. So what the heck is a point of interest? It's wherever you want to go. It's points that are interesting. So whether it's a hotel or a coffee shop, whatever the case might be. Now, what's cool about Magellan is that they have this little one-touch button, and this is exclusive to Magellan. You can put in your favorites so that when my 8-year-old wants to go to Chick-fil-A, whether we're in Dallas or whether we're in Georgia or whether we're here in Florida, I literally can go to one touch and all of our favorites are right there. If you use Bank of America or any other bank, you can have your dedicated bank in here so that you're not going to have surcharges when you go to another bank if you're not in your area. So one touch is exclusive to Magellan, and I think you're really going to love having that. So whether it is, I put in beach.
I like it.
I always like to be by the beach.
I gotta know where the beach is.
Exactly. Wherever you are. When you're in Florida and you're this close to the beach, you always want to have that one-touch shortcut. So it's really cool to have those to one touch. And keep in mind that is exclusive to Magellan. You don't find that with any other brand. Not only that, you have multiple destinations that you can put in. So like for your husband, if you are traveling, maybe you're a salesperson or maybe you are going from city to city, you can put in all of your destinations in a multi-destination format, and then it shows you the fastest, most efficient route to get there.
That is genius.
Isn't that genius?
So to make your stops and still get back on the road. You know what I love about this, especially as a gift, is that it really is for any type of driver. It could be the older driver who you want to make simple and easy to get around with a big screen that you can see and use easily. It could be the young drivers who are maybe off at college in a new town, or you don't want them distracted by trying to use their cell phone for GPS everywhere they go. It could be anybody in between, men, women. Doesn't matter. If you drive a car, this is a way to make it easier, more efficient, and frankly safer, because you've just got it right up here. You can see where you're going, where you're headed next, where you need to be, and you're not worried about your cell phone or someone calling you is the worst. When you're trying to get somewhere and your phone's ringing or your battery's dying or there's no cell service.
Or texting, which is even worse. I mean, because at least when you take a phone call, you're doing this, you're not doing this. Because if you're looking like that, who's driving that car when you're when you're reading a text? There are so many people that are distracted on the road. As a matter of fact, 5 seconds is the average time that your eyes are off the road when you're texting. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot of time. Okay, so when you're in the shower, it's 5 seconds, not that big of a deal, right? When you're like, drinking coffee, sitting around in the morning, 5 seconds, not that big. When you're driving 55 miles an hour, that's the length of a football field, and it's as if you were blindfolded. And it happens so often. There are 660,000 people. It's daylight outside right now, right? There are 660,000 people right now at this moment that are using cell phones or manipulating electronic devices while they're driving. And it's literally growing. If you want to be that better driver, or you want to give the gift of safety, that's what this is about. This is going to do one thing. Your cell phone is sort of a jack of all trades, but really a master of none. Your GPS is dedicated technology to get you to your destination, or to the people that you love, to their destination efficiently, in a focused manner, talking to you, giving those turn-by-turn directions so that you're not that distracted driver, so that you can be focused in the car. So if you have little ones like Michelle and I do, and they're mommy, mommy, mommy in the back seat, now you can stay focused. Keep your hands on the wheel, because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Hands on the wheel, 10 and 2, and eyes on the road. That's what this is built for. And because it's so big, you can see it when you're driving.
That makes a huge difference. And it's kind of like having that assistant in the car with you when you're like, where do I go? How do I get there? It's somebody there to tell you that. And the price is what makes this a showstopper. You guys, you can shop around. You're not going to find this. This is under $100. It's the lowest price we've ever offered. And yes, you get that beautiful big screen on a Magellan GPS. But in addition to that, that $99 covers a lifetime of updated maps, traffic updates, help with parking, points of interest.
Red light cameras, speed cameras.
And speeds, all of that for under $100 and for a $20 flex payment. Everything is shipping for free that you see in the show today. This is just a fabulous gift to give someone or give to yourself while it's at a price like this, because it's just that dedicated way to get to where you need to go. We're all driving. I mean, even if you go on vacation, you try to rent a car that has a GPS in it, now you're paying extra. Just bring this one with you. There's not much to it.
You take it with you. You plug it into the car, whatever car you're in. And if you've driven those fancy new cars and that little tablet kind of pops up from that from the dashboard, it's literally like having that, but you don't have to spend the thousands of dollars to have it. So now you've got that larger size, and we saw that traffic earlier. The guy was, you know, sitting in the traffic jam. How much would you spend to just not sit in traffic? How much is your time worth? How much is your peace and serenity worth?
So this will tell you the best route.
It tells you the best route. As a matter of fact, there's a little shortcut button right here, and you can tap on that traffic, and it tells you. Now, in this case, there's not traffic ahead on the route, but it would give you your current route, and you can compare to the alternate route, and you know, you can choose the best route that's going to work for you. You've got one touch if you want to see what's up ahead, whether it's gas or whether it's food, whatever is coming up on the next exit. You're one touch away from that. If you wanted to adjust the brightness or the volume, so as it's talking to you, giving you those turn-by-turn directions, you've got a great way, one touch to do that. And then here's all of your shortcuts as well. Now, not only does it have all of this exclusive technology from your Magellan, but it's also going to have some of the things that we know and love that are familiar. It's going to have junction view. It's going to give you that assistance so you know which lane to be in. Some of those favorites. So that, so it's like when you walk through it, when you're in an intersection and you're coming up to that split in the road, it's almost like you have deja vu. It's like you've been there before because you've just seen a picture of it. And goodness, if you're in LA, you need this. If you're in a big city, you need this.
But look at those little yellow arrows. That's just one of those little things that tells you. It makes it so much easier when you're driving to know this is where I need to stay. And I love that it updates while you're driving. I've been driving before, and it says, you know, there's traffic ahead. There's an alternate route. Do you want to take it? Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Get me there on time. But I love that junction view too, because you can see what's coming, which way you're going to go, where to stay. So there's none of those last second, like, I have to get over right now. I have 2 seconds to take this. You know, it just makes it simple, keeps us calm, keeps us a little less stressed while we're driving. And it really does make a wonderful gift because you're gifting a little bit of peace of mind too to whoever you care about, to know that you're taking away those distractions and you're making it easier for them to get where they need to go. And never have that lost feeling. You've always got an assistant in the car with you to help you out.
It's true. And with that, with the speed limit warning, again, you can stay under that speed limit. It has the cameras, so it knows when those cameras are coming up.
At the red lights,
at the red lights and the speed cameras.
Oh.
So literally, you're able to go in, I'll show you, in the menu, you're able to set this according to how you drive. Maybe you know you have that teenage driver and you want to warn them, okay, on the highway, we don't want it to warn you at 15 miles over the speed limit. We want it to warn you at 5 miles over the speed limit, right? If there's other routes, you can set it, and you can do a visible warning or you can do an audible warning. You can also do that with your red light. So if you want to go into the red light camera, look at this. If you're coming up to an intersection, it's so important to know that those red lights are there. You might not think that that's a big deal. It would seem intuitive for, you know, those of us who have been driving for a while. But man, you'd be so surprised at how many people blow through red lights that literally they're not paying attention. They're distracted drivers. Now you have those red light camera alerts so that you can be a defensive driver, so that you can be a better driver, but you can also be aware of what's happening around you so that other drivers you are more defensive as you're driving.
Yeah, you're protecting yourself too.
Absolutely. And the people that are in the car with you. It's not just about us as the drivers, it's about that precious cargo in the back seats. Those little ones. So now you've got all those dedicated tools and technologies to give it to you. And literally, you can customize them however you choose. You also have landmark guidance, and that's a big one. So what happens is it tells you turn right by the McDonald's or turn left by the 7-Eleven.
I love it.
Right? Like, I can't really imagine in my own mind, like, how far is 300 yards.
No,
I don't
and that happens.
know that distance.
It's like in 200 feet to turn left or right. I'm like, I'm really not that great at the whole distance thing. But if you tell me turn at the bank, so much easier. It really is like having your friend in the car right next to you. So simple. Leah, thank you so much.
Great hanging out with you.
Gift, perfect pricing. I can't believe it's the lowest we've ever done. So scoop that up. And also keep in mind as you're shopping electronics, we have HSN Protection Plus plans to help you really protect those investments. You get hassle-free protection with these, 24/7 customer service. There are no deductibles to deal with. All you have to do is search Protection Plus at hsn.com to get more info on that. And did you know today is National Free Shipping Day? Woohoo! You know what that means. Everything you see in our show today will ship to you for free. And it's not just the items in our show, it's thousands.